There have been a lot of rumors going around recently that former Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line coach Mike Munchak is coming back to the Pittsburgh Steelers to coach the offensive line once again. So, this is all the rumors that have been going on. What I've heard, is he coming back? Is he not coming back? So, the Steelers have recently signed offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, former Atlanta Falcons head coach, but also he was an offensive coordinator with the Tennessee Titans. And that's where it all starts. That's where all the rumors start because of the connection that Arthur Smith has to Mike Munchak and obviously Mike Munchak's former relationship with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He left the Pittsburgh Steelers on good terms. He actually left the Pittsburgh Steelers on very good terms. The reason why he left to begin with was to go coach somewhere else, a different team, but that was to be closer to his family and spend more time with them. So, his fit now with the Steelers may be intriguing, and he says that he would like to return to football, and he would like to return to certain spots. I'm sure Pittsburgh would be one of them. And, like I said, what makes this all linked together is the past working relationship with Munchak and Arthur Smith. Here's a quick quote from 93.7 The Fan about all the relationships of these coaches. Before he was offensive coordinator under Mike Vrabel, Arthur Smith worked under two other head coaches in Tennessee, former Steelers offensive line coach Mike Munchak and former Steelers offensive coordinator Ken Wishunt. So, this connection can play a pivotal role in Munchak deciding if he would be open to returning to Pittsburgh to coach the offensive line once again. So, looking at that, you could see the connection and why he may want to come back with the Steelers. They already have a good thing going with the Tennessee Titans when they were there before, and obviously Mike Munchak was kind of one of the reasons why Arthur Smith got promoted to offense coordinator. You always hear so much about coaching trees, and I guess you could say that Arthur Smith, he came from the Mike Munchak coaching tree, or at least that kind of spot. So there's a relationship there, and if he is going to come back to football, why not come back to a place that you're familiar with? You've been with the Steelers for a while. You were here in all the great years with all the great Steelers offense linemen and that good kind of bit that they had with David DeCastro, Marquise Pouncey, Villanueva, Ramon Foster, and all those other guys that they've had come in and out of the building since then. So you look, and he did a great job when he was here, and ever since he left, the Steelers' offensive line just really has not been the same, and some of it could be based on the guys getting older that I just named, like the Dave DeCastros of the world, Marquise Pouncey getting older and older, and then they kind of wear down over time, and they're not as good, they're not as powerful, they can't move guys, or it could just be because Mike Munchak was just such a good head coach, such a good offensive line coach, that he was able to get the most out of his players, and he could be the reason for the scheming of stuff. So that's the reason why Steelers just couldn't get back. Their offensive line just couldn't get back since then. And that's kind of the reason why many Steelers fans have been calling for the Steelers to actually sign Mike for a very long time since he has left, is because of those twilight years and all those good years that they've seen of him coaching the Steelers team, and ever since he left, they just haven't been the same. Yes, the Steelers, it looks like they may be keeping Pat Meyer. I've been seeing that a lot, that they're going to keep their offensive line coach intact. They're not going to fire him. They're not going to move on from him like they're going to move on from Mike Sullivan. So Pat Meyer looks like he's staying in Pittsburgh. And that's where the other rumors start to come in. That's where it looks like Mike Munchak won't be coming back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I just gave you all the information that you need to know of why the rumor was that he would be coming back to the Steelers, and the quotes I've been hearing about the relationship between Arthur Smith and him is the reason for that. But now let me just give you all the rumors of why he won't be coming back. So like I said, it looks like Pat Meyer is going to be sticking as the offensive line coach. And also, Steelers insider Gary Dulac had this to say about the pairing between Munchak and the Pittsburgh Steelers once again, and it hasn't been there since 2014 to 2018 when they were together. Here's a quote. "No, they're set with where they are at with Pat Meyer. I will tell you that Mike Munchak was a possibility as coming back as a line coach, but the Steelers really like Pat Meyer. He's done a great job with their run game." End quote. So there's no denying that Pat Meyer has had the Steelers' offensive line kind of revamped, and they continue to make strides throughout his last 2 years with the team. Because when he took over as the offensive line coach in 2021, the offensive line was arguably the worst offensive line in the entire NFL. And he basically had to revamp the whole offensive line, make strides, and he did it with the new guys, but he also did it with some of the guys who have been there. So he kind of revamped the Steelers' offense line, and I understand why they would want to keep him after what they've seen from him the past 2 years that he's been with the team. Revamping that whole line, which was the worst in the NFL when Big Ben was still under center. So you look at it and you see why Pat Meyer would want to come back and why the Steelers would want Pat Meyer back. And obviously, the Gary Dulac, the Steelers insider, believes that they're sticking with Pat Meyer. Also, me personally, I don't see a reason why they would move off of Pat Meyer and sign Mike Munchak as the offensive line coach. If they were going to do it, they would do it a different way, and I'll get into that more later on in the video. But the Steelers' offensive line has been really good at running the football the past 2 seasons, especially later toward the end of the season in both seasons. Yes, you could not like the way that they pass protect, and that's just certain guys in certain areas, like our left tackle, and to begin the season, our right tackle. You cannot like the pass protection, but you can't deny how good they've been running the ball and kind of the way that he was able to get the offense line and Dan Moore to be able to run block well and get Mason Cole to move out in the run blocking areas, and just the way he's able to scheme up mismatches in the run game. So you can't deny the run game aspect. You could deny the pass blocking and say that needs to be way better, because it really does. The quarterbacks need more time to throw the ball. I understand there, but I don't see a way that they move off of Pat Meyer after the last 2 seasons and what he's been able to do. But the reason why I said they could do it in a different aspect is because they could always have a senior offense advisor. And you may be wondering, what does that mean? Well, you remember when Flores was here? He was not the defensive coordinator when he was here. Terrell Austin was still the offense coordinator. But what was Flores? Flores was basically an inside linebackers coach, and he was also the senior defensive advisor, meaning that he was overseeing the defense, and he played a big role in the Steelers' defense that year, even though he did not have the role, the actual role, and the name of defensive coordinator. So that's basically what the Steelers could do if they wanted to do that on the offense side of the ball. They could bring in Mike Munchak. He could have him oversee the offense, and obviously he could work with the offensive line. He could work with Arthur Smith. He could work with Pat Meyer and just work with the offensive line in general. And he could be basically in the same role that Flores was in, but he could do it for the offense, overseeing the offense, and still work with the guys that are on the team and help this team out from a different perspective without having to move off of and firing Pat Meyer just to bring in Mike Munchak. You could always sign him to a role like that, the same way Flores was here for the Steelers. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Is Mike Tomlin's relationship with Munchak good? I have no idea. I would think so. Is Art Rooney's relationship with Munchak good? I don't know. I would think so as well. They moved off of each other and kind of went their separate ways on good terms. It was more because of family that he moved on to a different coaching route and then ended up leaving the NFL entirely. So you look at that. Will he come back? Hopefully, because the twilight years, the really good years of their offense line was under him, and I know many fans want him back, and I would even want to see him come back as well and be in that role that I just mentioned as kind of the senior offensive advisor and help in multiple areas. So if he comes back, that would be a good thing, and he may be able to, he may not be able to, but either way, the Steelers, this is all the rumors I've been hearing and all the rumors I've seen of the potential pairing once again of the Steelers and Munchak. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this pairing. Do you think that he should make a comeback, and should that be with the Steelers, or do you think he should just stay away and that the Steelers should stay in a different direction? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you would want him back or don't you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well. If you like Steelers content and analysis and reports, make sure you like the video, turn on notifications down below for his channel as well, so you can get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. I try posting every day. I cover all the rumors of the Steelers, all the breaking news. I do film breakdowns and also reaction videos, and as the offseason starts going more into depth and we start seeing free agency and drafts, I'm going to be covering that as well. So, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.